Hey there lovelies, my name is Mamta and welcome to my channel GeekGlitz, in which I talk about all things geek and all things glitz. I make all sorts of videos, mainly Harry Potter, so feel free to browse through my channel to check out some of my past videos and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. So it's been a few months since I've done a video, and it's basically because I've been super busy with my muggle life and work stuff, so there's been a lot going on behind the scenes, and I recently dislocated my shoulder as well, which really sucks, so I've just gotten out of the sling and time to shoot this video, which I'm super excited about. So I actually have a friend with me today to show you guys a very special Harry Potter product, and it is in honor of Mid-Autumn Festival. So today I've got my friend Walter with me. He's actually been on my channel before. He's one of my best friends, and we basically grew up together. We've been in high school together, and then we went to the same university, and now we both live in Hong Kong. He's previously been on my channel maybe 2 to 3 years ago. I think, what did we do? We did a game video, was it?
Yeah, it was an emoji challenge.
Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so Walter has kindly agreed to come back on the channel to review a very special product that's Harry Potter themed and in honor of the Mid-Autumn Festival. So let's talk a little bit about Mid-Autumn Festival.
Well, Mid-Autumn Festival, it's also known as Moon Festival. So it's sort of a time when families come together as a family reunion. We almost see it as like our version of Thanksgiving. I mean, it dates back to way back 3,000 years ago when people used to worship the moon for a bountiful harvest. Now, of course, it's just about getting together and eating, and it's mostly celebrated, I think, in East Asian and Southeast Asian countries.
Yeah. So like growing up, when we were in Taiwan, it would be celebrated there, and also in Hong Kong, it's a very big thing here as well. So one of the things central to Moon Festival is mooncakes. Now, what can you say about mooncakes?
Well, they come in different sizes and shapes. Growing up in Hong Kong, I guess the predominant flavor was always lotus seed paste with like a salted egg yolk in the middle. I mean, it tastes much better than it sounds. And then people started developing different versions of it. You had these matcha flavored centers, and then Haagen-Dazs came up with their own mooncake, which was obviously ice cream based.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Starbucks had coffee flavored mooncakes. So it started getting pretty crazy. So you get all different kinds of mooncakes.
Okay. So they're literally cakes, though, right? Basically.
They're cakes, but they're not like sponge
traditional
cake. It's not like that. It's much more dense.
Yeah.
And it's made out of different ingredients.
And from what I know, like families eat it together during this time, and they also gift it to other families and friends as well, and even in the workplace as well.
A lot. You get it a lot.
Yeah. So basically, that's a good segue into what we're going to be talking about today. So this fabulous trunk is a Hogwarts-related trunk, and it's filled with mooncakes. So this is a special inspired set by a bakery called Awfully Chocolate in Singapore. And I basically got it imported over here, or like forwarded over here. It was like a struggle to get it over here because I had to like talk to like customs and stuff to make sure that we could actually bring this in, since it is edible products that can be eaten. But finally managed to. And the thing about this that really drew me in is the set itself. And I'm also really excited to try out the mooncake flavors. So, isn't this like fabulous? Don't you think this is such a great way to present mooncakes?
It looks like we need like our wands to somehow conjure some spell to open it up.
Okay, well, we'll put the magic aside for now, and let's just try the mug away, shall we?
Okay.
So here in the front, we've got 2 latches. We got to open that up, and then, ooh, yeah, you got it.
Aloha Mora.
Aloha Mora, yes. Is it ready?
Yes.
Okay. Whoa. Would you look at that? So, okay. What are we looking at here? Let me describe it to you guys. So, okay, we've got like a backing here. This is going to come out in a bit. And we've got 4 house-colored tins. So we have one for Gryffindor, a Slytherin one, a Hufflepuff, and a Ravenclaw. And then we've also got these little spoon/fork things. So that's for the mooncake. So the mooncakes are inside these tins. Now, Walter, could you help me out? this part over here can be removed, and this is very special, guys. I want to show you this in clear detail because it's so fabulous. So what we're looking at here are 4 ceramic plates that are all themed after the Hogwarts houses. Now these will be perfect to hold our mooncakes, and in the center there's also a Hogwarts themed glittery pin, and this pin is so fabulous. You guys know I love to collect pins, so this was a nice surprise. I actually didn't know it came with this set. So I was really pleasantly surprised when I saw it. It's got glitter, there's sandblasting, and it's got a very nice rustic look to it. And it comes with a locking back on the back as well. Let's grab these 2 papers here. And okay, first up, we have got a certificate of authenticity for this box. Next, we have got a little card that shows the various flavors of the mooncakes as well as the colors. So now we've got this quilted back on the trunk, and I think it looks fabulous. Isn't it quite lush? Like, it looks really...
Finishing is quite nice.
Yeah,
the
like...
detail is pretty good.
Such good quality too, right? And I love the way it says like Harry Potter and Awfully Chocolate in the center. Like, good way to brand it and showcase this beautiful set. Okay, so are you excited to look at the mooncakes?
I'm excited to eat it.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. Okay, let's get these tins out. So now we've got the 4 house tins. We've got Gryffindor, Slytherin,
Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff.
Yeah, and these are a great size, so perfect to hold the mooncakes, and I'm sure I can use it for a lot of other things once we've consumed the mooncakes as well.
Yes.
So, okay, let's talk about the different flavors now. Inside the Gryffindor one, we've got red yam lotus single yolk.
So Gryffindor is represented by a perennial classic. This rosy red yam lotus single yolk mooncake boasts earthy notes that complement its salted yolk center.
Yes. We're just reading the descriptions off the little card so that we could describe it. So what I love about this is that we've got a Gryffindor imprint on the mooncake itself. Plus, it's like a red color. So, are you familiar with red yam lotus, like as a mooncake flavor?
It's not a traditional flavor. I mean, you normally would get a yolk and inside a mooncake, so that part is in keeping with tradition. I've seen yam in mooncakes before,
Okay.
Purple yam.
Yeah.
And I think here, obviously, they deliberately chose red yam because it's Gryffindor. So that, I think, is pretty clever.
Yeah, that's kind of cool that they did that. So actually what we're going to see is that each of the mooncakes colors are the same as the house colors. So let's move on to the Slytherin one now. So this one also has an imprint of the Slytherin crest on the mooncake, and it is a lovely green color. So it is a matcha black sesame with black and white sesame seeds.
The perfect mid-autumn combination of tea and mooncake. Hints of bright Japanese green matcha tea paired with black sesame lotus and a sprinkle of black and white sesame to create an irresistible balance of savory and sweet.
So that sounds really good, actually. I'm excited to try this one.
Yeah, me too, because matcha and black sesame usually go pretty well together.
Okay, all right. I don't think I've had it with sesame before, but I have had matcha in like a latte.
Oh, like a matcha latte.
I think in Starbucks, as well as Kit Kats. You know, like how in Japan we get all of those awesome flavors for Kit Kats.
What you should try is matcha ice cream.
Ooh.
With black sesame ice cream. Mix them together.
Oh, that sounds divine. Okay. Now, after this, Walter, we're going to go and get some ice cream.
Okay.
Exactly those flavors. All right. So now let's move on to the Ravenclaw mooncake. So this is a blue pea puer lotus with melon seeds.
So it's naturally tinted with the blue pea flower. And this beautiful mooncake is filled with fragrant puer lotus laden with melon seeds to give that satisfying texture.
So what is puer?
Puer is a really dark blend of Chinese tea.
Oh,
it's most well known in Yunnan province to the western part of China.
Okay.
And, you know, a round plate of puer tea like this big can cost upwards of 10,000 Hong Kong dollars.
Oh, I did not know that.
Really good puer tea is very expensive.
Seriously?
Very, very expensive. But I'm guessing they didn't put that one in this one.
Oh.
But it's got a very strong sort of almost bittery aftertaste.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see how that tastes. I'm actually kind of excited about it because Ravenclaw is both of our houses.
Yes.
So I feel like I've already got like a kind of partiality to this one.
But the blue pea flower, I think, is quite interesting because the taste of that is not very strong. You usually find that in drinks, especially in Thailand.
Okay.
When the drink is like mainly blue.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen those. It's quite healthy. It's got
really
pretty good benefits, I think, from a health perspective.
Okay.
So This is a healthy mooncake. seems like.
Wow. Okay. All
Actually,
right.
this one is pretty healthy too. Matcha and sesame is good for you.
Yeah, I'm excited about both of these. Okay, so this one, it comes with the Ravenclaw imprint on it, as similar to the other
Yeah.
ones, and it's a nice blue hue as well.
Mm.
Okay, and now finally we have got the Hufflepuff one. It's last but not the least for sure. So here we've got the the Hufflepuff crest imprint with a yellow mooncake, and it is a pumpkin white lotus with double yolk.
Staying true to our roots like loyal Hufflepuffs, the pumpkin white lotus with double yolk mooncake is inspired by traditional Cantonese style mooncake, filled with smooth white lotus, encased in a muted yellow pumpkin mooncake pastry. I think this one is, as the description suggests, is the most traditional one in terms
Okay.
of Cantonese mooncakes, which is what I've grown up with.
Okay.
So this is what I would normally eat.
Oh, I
basically.
see.
Yeah.
What about the other flavors though? Have you ever had
None of
some?
it, no.
Really? You've never had a matcha mooncake before?
No, never had a matcha mooncake.
Oh, okay. So you know what surprised me? So this is Awfully Chocolate, and they are well known for their chocolate.
Yeah, but
So
there's
I'm
no
s-
chocolate.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised because I was like, they should have done a chocolate mooncake, but I guess they couldn't, or maybe they wouldn't because of trying to stick with the colors, right, of the different houses as well. So perhaps these
Yeah.
flavors are best for these particular colors. That would be my guess. Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, so now without further ado, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these mooncakes out of their tins onto our little ceramic plates, and then we're gonna eat them up.
Okay.
So we've now got these fabulous mooncakes out of their boxes and onto the mini ceramic plates. Walter's gonna go ahead and cut us up each a little piece from each of these so that we could try them out and let you guys know how they taste. So Walter's gone ahead and cut these up, and we've got like cross-sectional views of each of the mooncakes insides, and they look great. So there was something you were telling me about the yolk. Can you tell me?
Yeah. So you can see in the Gryffindor one, the yolk is like one in the center, right? So this mooncake only has one yolk. This mooncake is what we call a double yolk centered mooncake. So it's got two yolks. But when I cut into it, one of them was on the side and the other one is more towards the middle. So it really depends on which angle you cut at it. It's all about luck. And sometimes it just looks better than what you see here because the yolk is more towards the side, but I'm sure it doesn't affect the taste.
Okay, so these look really nice now. Which one are you most excited to try?
I think the Slytherin one
Yeah.
because of the matcha and the sesame combination.
Okay, I'm actually really excited to try the pumpkin one.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like I would like those flavors a lot. And also the matcha one, I would say. But yeah, for looks-wise, I'm kind of partial to the Ravenclaw, as I said, just because we're Ravenclaws.
I think the Gryffindor one actually looks the best.
In terms of color, you mean like overall, right?
Color
Like
and the way the center looks.
Yeah.
All of that coming together.
that's true.
This one isn't so green. This one is more black than green. And then this one is more brownish
Yeah.
than it is blue.
Okay.
This one is kind of yellow, but this is traditional, so I've had this flavor before.
And we've got little cups of water so that we could like, you know,
It is.
just like
It's vodka.
no, it's not vodka.
It's butterbeer.
It's butterbeer. Okay, so it's just water that we're gonna have in between eating these. So just, you know, palate cleansers. They're in little cauldrons that I got from Zavvi, and they're super cute. They're usually for espresso, but I mean they work for water or
What's that
butter.
what it's for? I thought it was
Yeah.
a shot glass.
Like, oh yeah, it works for shot as well. Okay, let's get started, Walter. So we're gonna eat with our hands, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one should we try first? Should we go with the Gryffindor first? We'll go in the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do that.
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor. So
Yeah.
this one was supposed to have a
Oh, the yolk.
the
Yeah.
yolk,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
gotta put
It's
it
kind of
in.
fallen out a bit. Yeah. Let's see. Mmm.
You can taste the yam.
Yeah. I actually really like the yam.
Mm.
It's very soft.
The soft part is the lotus paste. It's the
Mmm.
lotus paste has been flavored with the red yam.
Okay.
Hence it tastes more like yam than it does lotus.
Okay.
But the texture is still the lotus paste.
Do you like it?
It's good. It's
Yeah.
fragrant, yeah.
And I like the saltiness of the yolk, like how that comes in and then like juxtaposes with the sweetness of the lotus paste, right?
Mm.
In the red yam.
Mm.
I really like how that comes through.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we have got the Slytherin one with the matcha. Okay, and sesame. Yeah. I like how you smell it first. Oh, you can smell it.
You can really smell the
Mm.
sesame.
Yeah, like
not so much the matcha, but the sesame comes through.
mm,
Mm.
I like this one. I think I really like sesame, like on the whole.
But to be frank, I can't taste the matcha.
I was just gonna say that. I can't taste the matcha much, but I can taste the sesame. And I'm enjoying it because I really like sesame. Do you think the matcha is in the crust? Do you feel like it's that? Like, because I can't taste it much in the center.
Probably, but I mean, even if it's on the crust, I think you should be able to taste some of it. There's a little bit of the aftertaste. A little bit, yeah. I just think the sesame is
it's more stronger, yeah. All right, so we're just about to start the blue one, the Ravenclaw one, pu'er one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm actually feeling full already because these are quite dense, right? They're like a bit heavy.
Well,
when you eat them.
Yeah, that's the thing about mooncakes. They're pretty dense. They're dessert.
Yeah.
Normally, they're treated as dessert, but you can't really have too much of it. You wouldn't finish the whole thing yourself. I mean, you can, but then you wouldn't be able to eat anything else.
Okay, so that's why I actually forgot to mention this, but like the roundness of mooncakes symbolizes like family as well, and like coming
the moon
together,
and the family, the reunion.
Yeah, so a lot of times they're shared, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're so dense that I think a person on their own can't have one of this size.
Yeah. Or you can have a piece and then put it away and then finish it some other time.
Yeah, because actually these last pretty long. So these last like up to 3 months. I think the one in this set lasts until the end of October. So that's a pretty good amount of time.
That's a good amount of time.
Yeah. So, okay, let's go on and try the Ravenclaw one.
Blue pea and pu'er lotus.
Yes, okay. It smells really nice. Like, I could smell the flower. Right?
Yeah, it's the
blue pea flower.
Yeah. The pu'er is not as strong as I expected it to be, which is good because now you get, unlike the previous one, you get the flavor of both the blue pea and the pu'er.
Yeah, and there's melon seeds in here. It's nice.
Adds a bit of texture.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's not like the seeds in this are not as soft as it was in the matcha, right? Like the sesame seeds were more soft there, but here a little harder, but not like super hard. It's so strong, like the scent of it, of the flour, that it's coming through when you like eat it. Like it just tastes really nice and smells really nice all at the same time.
I'm actually wondering what this would taste like if they added a yolk in there.
Oh, I think that would taste really good.
I need a little bit of the saltiness and the fattiness from the yolk. Just that would
contrast a bit, yeah. Because this is pretty much sweet, like all throughout. Yeah.
In terms of, because a lot of these are Lotus based. Well, all three, the Hufflepuff, the Slytherin, and the Gryffindor are Lotus based. This is the only one, the Slytherin one, that is Matcha and Sesame.
Okay.
So these three are pretty similar in terms of texture and even almost taste. It's even more fragrant than the red yam.
Yeah, that is very true. Because like I was saying, because you could smell it and while you're eating it, and it just like tastes really good. All right, so I'm a bit full, I'll be honest, guys. And we have one more to go, but it's quite like filling, but so good. It's like eating dessert.
But you have to have Hufflepuff because that's the traditional one.
Yeah, okay, that's true. The pumpkin, what was it? Pumpkin white lotus. Okay.
Yes.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Last one.
You can taste the pumpkin.
So this one, immediately I could tell it's not as sweet as the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Right? The pumpkin taste is very subtle. Like the lotus root is more, don't you feel?
A little bit more. The pumpkin's supposed to be on the surface of the mooncake.
Yeah.
I think of the four, this one is, in terms of flavoring, this is the most subtle one.
Yeah, that is true.
It's not as fragrant as Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
It's not as bold as Slytherin.
Yeah, that's true. Did you feel the taste of the salted egg yolk inside?
I don't think mine had just a bit.
Oh, okay. I had a very little bit. Yeah, I mean, it does bring in the saltiness to it, but because the flavor is already very subtle in that, it's not much. I guess that was the more overpowering part.
I have to say, though, I think it's because we had three very strong mooncakes.
Yeah.
In terms of flavor, that's why we thought this one is subtle. If you had this on its own, this is by no means a subtle piece of mooncake in terms of
flavors. Okay.
It's quite sweet. It's quite heavy.
Yeah.
But tastes good. But on its own, I wouldn't say it's subtle. I think it's just because we've had three
that were
very, very
That's
fragrant.
True. Fair point.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we pick a favorite? Like, which one was your favorite?
I had elements
that you like to
that I want. Yeah, I would want to mix and match.
Like a combined one that represents all the houses, because that's like true togetherness, right? Right? The unity of all the houses.
Which one would you choose?
It's
between... Let's do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll just point to it.
Okay, the one that we like best?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So do you want to count?
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we had the same favorite. Okay. I think it's because it was so strong with the fragrance, right?
I think it's the combination of the blue pea flour
Yeah.
and the puer.
Yeah.
That I've never tried that combination before.
Look at our house coming through, man.
Mhm.
Ravenclaw for the win. Okay, and now, okay. Though there wasn't any that I disliked, I just want to, for the sakes of rankings or whatever, I'll tell you the one that I felt I least liked from the four. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have one in mind?
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I have one that I like
Okay.
less than others.
Okay, yes.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, ready for it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Whoa!
Oh.
Look at that.
Okay, so why Hufflepuff?
Okay, why Hufflepuff? Actually, like I was saying before, this was the one I was most excited to try. But because I mean, just pumpkin sounds really nice to me. But for me, I felt like you said. I mean, that maybe on its own, it's not as subtle, but I did feel it was more subtle than the other ones. And having had the other ones, I was like, oh, okay. I wanted the flavor to come through more in that. Maybe the more I eat of it, like another part of it, maybe that has more yolk.
A bigger yolk.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Okay, now for you, why this one?
I was looking forward to the matcha and the black sesame.
Yeah.
I could get a little bit of the matcha, but not enough of it. So
Okay.
I thought in terms of, they were all heavy.
Yeah.
But actually, this one wasn't as heavy because of the way that they made the sesame. But because all of these are lotus based, I'm so used to eating mooncakes with a lotus base that I'm used to that smooth sort of center texture.
Okay.
This one was not like that. So
okay.
I guess I just wasn't used to this.
Like this kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually like this one a lot. I would say in terms of second best, actually what I was feeling, I really like this. Like this one surprised me as well. So like it was hard for me to choose between these two with my favorites.
Yeah, it was 1, 2 for me as well. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, mine was 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Well, pretty close, like with our rankings and stuff, right?
They're all good though.
Yeah. Okay, so these mooncakes are by Awfully Chocolate, like I said. This set that I got today was for 168 Singapore dollars with the whole trunk and everything. And that came with the ceramic plates, which are gorgeous, like the house theme plates, and they each have the house crest on them. And honestly, I love the plates so much, and that's why I went for the full set. So this is like the collector's edition. Now they did have a cheaper version of the mooncake set as well, which came with the trunk, but it was not having the plates. So that one went for 128 Singapore dollars. So final thoughts on the whole box and the mooncake set as a whole. What do you think of it?
Well, I was quite surprised because I know Awfully Chocolate is really good at what they do. I just didn't know that they made mooncakes as well.
Yeah, and especially Harry Potter mooncakes, right? Like, yeah. And
I think, I mean, if you look at the print on top of the mooncake, you look at the box, the finishing of it, everything is quite well thought through. I thought it was quite nice.
Yeah, I agree. I thought that the whole set was really cool. And I do like that once I am done consuming these mooncakes, with my family, of course, and then I could reuse the trunk a lot, for other things as well. It's like a lovely collector's piece to have. And I really appreciated the flavors of these. I think they did a great job selecting them and coming through with like delicious aromatic flavors that match the house colors as well. I think they did a wonderful job with that. And the last thing that I wanted to mention that came with this mooncake set is this bag. Like a really nice posh looking bag. Kind of feels like suede. Like the material's really nice. It says Harry Potter in gold lettering. And on the other side, look at that. The other side says Awfully Chocolate. There we go. And you can like open it up and it fits the entire trunk set. That's huge, right?
Ooh.
Like perfect to hold it. Okay, so I thought that was a nice addition too. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of the Awfully Chocolate Harry Potter mooncake set. I had a great time doing this taste test with you, Walter. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yay. All right. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like and please subscribe to my channel GeekGlitz for more things geek and more things glitz. And feel free to connect with me on any of my social media. I've got a Twitter, a Facebook, and an Instagram. So come say hello, as I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, lovelies. See you in the next video. Bye.